we have a little treat coming up, and it's not a scheduled treat. And to explain this treat, I would like to invite Jeanette Walker, past president, to join us, please.
Hello, everyone. Well, what a morning, and it's not over. I just want to say that this past year has been challenging in so many ways for all of us. And that was no exception for our BCCF directors. I would like to acknowledge and thank the board members who provided many hours of service to the choral community and who, for a variety of reasons, needed to step off the board in 2020. I'm going to ask Marta Zeegers, who is a past board member, who's a member of the Willan Council, and she was the co-chair of the organizing team for our last in-person Chorfest in Kimberley. And I'm going to ask her to acknowledge one of those directors who had to leave us last year. Marta.
Thanks, Jeanette. Are you able to hear me here?
Yeah.
Thank you. Today, I have the privilege of honoring a very special someone who's made a significant contribution to choral music in British Columbia. This person began her singing career at the age of 5, singing on her older sister's radio program in Vernon, BC. She grew up in Penticton, studying piano and voice throughout her school years and participating in the Okanagan music festivals, Royal Conservatory exams, church and school choirs, musicals, and local summer arts programs. She went on to study voice at UBC in Vancouver, where she began her long association with her beloved teacher, Madame Marie Schilder. As this person now knows who we're talking about, I will tell you that I'm pleased to be giving this tribute to Gloria Brooks. And I'm going to try really hard not to cry. Hi, Gloria. Going forward a few years, in 1974, Gloria moved to 100 Mile House and was very active in vocal and choral activities there. Gloria had a successful vocal studio and also established a children's choir called the Northern Nightingales. She was active in the Festival of the Arts for over 20 years, from 1985 to 2006. This registered society organized an annual adjudicated music, drama, and speech arts festival in 100 Mile House. Gloria held positions of president, vice president, and vocal chair throughout many of these years. She was also on the executive of the Concert Association and the Arts Council. And I have to say, I'm truly touched because I participated in that festival for several years while you were there, Gloria. In the early 90s, she put an ad into the local paper and established a choir of women's voices. This group's popularity grew, and several men expressed an interest in joining the choir. Gloria directed this mixed voice choir until midway through the first decade of 2000s. It eventually became known as the Eclectica Community Choir. As well as the choir, she was a member of the Tapestry Singers, an 8-member ensemble, and she sang solos on a regular basis for various occasions. In 2004, Gloria was the recipient of the BCCF Amy Ferguson Award, which is given to an outstanding choral director who is also an excellent voice teacher, fostering superior vocal practice. In gathering information on Gloria's time in the Cariboo, 3 recollections are especially heartwarming. Dennis Tupman notes, "She's dedicated, strong, determined, modest, and caring about matters more than just her ego. She instilled dedication, loyalty in her choir, and has a few professional singers to her credit as a teacher." Eleanor Nickel remembers, "Gloria and her husband Gary were generous in opening their home to the arts community. I remember one time when their daughter Lauren, as a young girl, sang the 12 Days of Christmas to entertain their company. I will always remember what Gloria said after her performance, that having been given the ability and talent to sing also gives that person the responsibility to share it with others. From Patricia Spencer, a longtime friend of Gloria's in 100 Mile House and a chorister with Eclectica. Gloria brought her kindness, caring, and love of music to all she worked with here. Patricia also recalls that at the end of Gloria's last year directing Eclectica, there was a special concert to honor her on June 16th, 2006. Patricia has a copy of the CD they made for Gloria as they worked very hard to prepare Imant Raminch's Ubi Caritas. Imant is one of her favorite composers. Fast forward to 2019. Here's a special note from Willie Swazdeski. As a director of the BCCF Board, suddenly and without notice, Gloria assumed chairing a very successful 2019 Seniors Chorfest in Kelowna with these outstanding hallmarks. She convened a broad host committee that made up members from a number of Kelowna choirs. She commissioned a new work from Nicholas Kelly for presentation in Kelowna. And she created a project choir of Kelowna seniors specifically to perform at the Kelowna Seniors Chorfest. Additionally, in her immense attention to detail, she ensured that the Kelowna event had the stamp of the Okanagan firmly imprinted on it, complete with an opening reception at the historic Kelowna fruit packing plant, walking tours along the shores of Lake Okanagan, and a wine tour. Her caring and visionary leadership is a model for all of us. Gloria completed her time on the BC Choral Federation board in May of 2020 after a number of years of dedicated service. She represented the South Central Okanagan area and was active in keeping the choristers in that area informed about choral events through regular newsletters and emails. As a final note before her departure, she ensured that the area is well represented by Frances Chaisson, typical of the way Gloria finishes everything she starts. It is my honor and privilege to present Gloria with the Willan Award for Outstanding Service to the British Columbia Choral Federation. Oh. Gloria, I think you have to answer your door.
Okay. There. Gloria, I present this to you on behalf of BC Choral Federation.
Oh my gosh.
But I also present it with gratitude for your mentorship, your musicianship, and your, oh my gosh. Oh, thank you. And you get to say something if you wish to say something.
Oh my gosh.
Here, I'll hold it. Come.
I can't see everybody's faces now. I was watching on my computer. I'm overwhelmed, obviously. And Marta, thank you so much. That was just so beautiful to hear the history. It's been wonderful to participate in all those aspects of music and musicianship that have come my way over the years. And it's been a wonderful time that I've had with all of you, the directors, the staff, and the other Willan Council members. I've appreciated so much the time that I've had. with the BC Choral Federation. And I remember Dennis Tutman many years ago saying, Gloria, you should be involved in the British Columbia Choral Federation. And I thought at the time when I was in the Caribou that I didn't quite have enough time to do that. So when I moved to Kelowna, the opportunity arose. So it was, it's been really great. And I consider so many of you very good friends. And I appreciate your dedication to choral music. We couldn't live without it. It is such a wonderful thing in our lives. And I was, brought to tears listening to that wonderful song of Kathleen's, sung by Musica Intima, who I've always admired so much. So touching, so artistically presented. So thank you very much. And it's really a pleasure to have Francis here and my good friend Esther behind the camera, who has been working with me as an accompanist for myself and my students for years and years and years. So it's been a wonderful duo, a great team. So thank you. Enjoy the rest of Chorfest.
Bravo. All right, a well-deserved recognition for Gloria Brooks. I don't know if Gloria can hear me or not, but our hats off to you, my dear.